Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Connor, and today I'm going to be talking about a question that I actually just recently got, which is how much do you really need for your down payment for your first home? Do you actually need 20%? Let's get into it. So the reason this question is so important is because I see so many people get hung up on this, and they have the misconception that they do need 20% down, which then makes their timeline for buying a home much, much longer than it actually could be. So it's a good myth to kind of clear up and to get clarity on how much they actually need. So the National Association of Realtors did a study in 2020 to see what was the average amount that buyers are putting down when they're buying a home. And they broke it up into first-time home buyers, all home buyers, which is going to be your real average, and then you've got your repeat home buyers. And what the study showed was that your first-time home buyers on average put 7% down for their purchase. All home buyers, your average was 12%. And then for your repeat home buyers, it was 16%. Now, as far as for the difference in the data here, obviously, if you're a repeat home buyer, you're more likely to put more down because you're probably older, you probably had more time to accumulate more money, or maybe it's not your primary residence and the loan requires you to put more money down. But for people who are buying the home for themselves as their primary residence, and by primary residence, I just means that's the place you're going to live, you don't have to put that much down, which is why, for the first-time home buyers, the average was 7%. So if you're looking at 7% and wondering, wow, that's still a lot of money. I mean, if we're talking about a $300,000 home, that's $21,000 down, and that's not including some of the closing costs as well. So the big thing to know there is that 7% is not the minimum. If you use like the FHA program, for example, you can have only 3.5% down. Or there's other programs too where you actually can get some additional down payment assistance. Conventional loans, sometimes you can have as low as 5% down. You still can go below that. And another thing you can always do too is you can always ask the seller to contribute some money towards your closing costs. So basically, you would ask the seller to credit you, let's say $2,000 at closing, and basically that will allow you to bring $2,000 less in cash at the closing table. So if you're short on cash, if you're worried about having to bring all that money to closing, that's also another option outside of just using like the FHA program, which is 3.5%, or going with a low percent down on a conventional loan, maybe at 5%. So what's the moral of the story here, guys? You do not need 20% down to buy a home. You can buy it with as little as 3.5%, and sometimes even less if you have down payment assistance programs, or you get the seller to credit you some money at closing. I hope that breaks the myth. So if you have any questions, go ahead and comment them below, and I'll be sure to answer them. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. And if you like real estate, if you want to learn more about it in terms of specific topics, or just stay up to date in the market in general, go check out my YouTube channel where I make other videos just like this. They're super easy to understand and nice and straightforward. But that's it for me today, guys. So until next time, this is Conor Green. Have a great day.